Get Unready with me. I just took off using Neutrogena wipes. First wipes. I'm realizing that, I have realized for the last month probably that life has had a way of silencing me and stopping me from sharing content the way that I feel God has called me to share it. And now that me and my family are in this new season of life, I have just been feeling this urgency to get it out. Dang it. Can't tell it all. If I could, I would. But the Holy Ghost has a way of, I've learned that the Holy Ghost has a way of silencing you. But what I did not realize is, though the Holy Ghost had silenced me from telling my side of the story, life has also silenced me because of everything that has happened, because I did not want to hear or did not want to deal with. I don't want to say did not want to hear because it's like, oh, you're rebellious, you don't have an ear to hear type thing. But no, I did not want to deal with the unfruitful side of doing what God had called me to do. Life had just gotten so much for just gonna try my best to slide under the radar as much as I can. But now I found that there is an archive of memories, an archive of life and lessons that God has wanted me to share and God has wanted me to release, to validate and to open others to what I am called to do, and to allow those who are called to my ministry to learn and see. Life has, and the enemy has truly stopped me from truly moving forward and doing content and releasing videos, posts, Instagram short form videos the way that I know God is giving for me to do it. I will have vlogs, videos, all these things just in my phone. And I mean, y'all, I'm talking about from the last year, the last 2 years, 2023, 2024. I would even say some stuff in 2025, 22. Just silencing me, getting me not to just talk about what I know God has given for me to speak on and has anointed me. Not just told me to, but anointed me to do it. This is my first diary entry of unsilencing myself. Maybe I'm gonna call this the Unmuted series. Yeah, the Unmuted series, because I have come to the understanding the Lord has truly revealed to me that the enemy has gotten me to the point where I muted myself. That's the crazy part about how the enemy works and how spiritual attacks come. It's that for strong believers, for believers who are mature in the faith, you get to a point where the enemy can't do stuff to you anymore. Like, the attacks don't work, but the enemy will also begin to play a game of manipulation to get you to do what he wanted them to do. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense, but it makes sense in my head. So I don't think there's ever a point where, because I was fighting spiritually the silencing of the world, I found myself trying to find some level of peace by muting myself. But I didn't realize that that was the attack of the enemy to get me to not express what God had given me to express, how he had given me to express it. So I'm digging as far back in the archives as I can in this Unmuted series, and I'm emptying the clip. I'm emptying the clip. I'm a month away from Olivia's first birthday, and I refuse to go into another year of motherhood where my daughter can start to remember the things that her mother does, and I refuse to show my daughter a woman that was defeated and muted by the enemy. A lot of this stuff, I'm realizing that, yes, I'm doing it to achieve God's purpose in my life. But I'm also realizing, as a mother and going through motherhood, that a lot of the things that God has me going through, the hard stuff that God has me going through, is so my seed, I'm about to, bring it down. It's so my seed does not ever witness it done any other way. So the only choice she will have to do is to do it the submitted way. Because she's not going to see another example, but of a woman that is submitted to the Lord. I'm not saying my child is going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect. People may say that I think I am perfect, but I've never claimed to be perfect. I just choose to live a submitted life. I choose to live a submitted life, and I just refuse to allow the enemy to continue to play mind games with me and trick me to mute myself and not say and do what God is calling for me to say and do, right? All right. So yeah, the Unmuted series. Hope you enjoy going down the archives of life and laying it all on the floor. I'm laying it all on the floor. The good, the bad, the ugly, according to the Spirit of the Lord, because he just can't mute me no more.